We spoke to Dunn's parents this morning in their first U.S. TV interview since that White House meeting. Welcome, Charlotte and Tim. It's good to have you back. First, I want you to tell us, how did this meeting come about? Did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them? Give us the details.
We were in the process of doing another interview in New York, and our spokesperson, Rad Seeger, had a phone call from the White House extending an invitation for us to get there as soon as possible.
To meet with who?
A senior official. Mm-hmm. That's all we knew. We had no idea who it was. Certainly didn't think for a second it would be President Trump.
Did they tell you that Ann Sekulis would be in the White House?
No, not at all.
So that came as a complete shock.
So you walked into the room, you're shocked to see the president there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then shocked to learn that Ann Sekulis is in the next room?
Yeah. He said she was in the building, but the room next to us was being highly guarded.
So what was said at the meeting? You walk in and he says what, you say what?
He offered his condolences. He seemed warm and he was welcoming. Which was nice,
yeah.
But it didn't take long for him to then drop into the conversation that Ann Sekulis was in the building.
How did you feel when he said that?
Yeah, Tim, what were you thinking?
Honestly, we just had discussed it on the train going to Washington, that we thought different scenarios that might have happened, and we did discuss it might be the president, and we did discuss that maybe Ann would be there. Mm-hmm. So we were sort of pre-thinking it, but it was still quite a, it took your breath away when you mentioned it first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wrong setting.
Well, clearly you were bothered.
Yeah.
Tell us why you were bothered.
You said wrong setting. What did you mean?
Wrong setting. We've said all along that, we are willing to meet her. We are still willing to meet her. But it needs to be on UK soil, and with therapists and mediators. And that's not just for us, that's for her as well. Mm-hmm. She's traumatised, her children are traumatised. Yeah. To be thrown into a room together with no prior warning, that's not good for her mental health, it's certainly not good for ours. We've got locked in grief for 7 weeks.
Yes.
None of us know how we were going to react.
Did you feel pressure
on us?
Did you feel pressure, Tim? This meeting?
He did ask 2 or 3 times. He did mention it, didn't he? 2 or 3 times, because we said no, we didn't feel it was right. But he said again, didn't he? No, she's here, so let's get it on, get some healing. Was it something like that? Yeah.
Get some healing.
You've mentioned to heal it, so. It was a bit of pressure, but we stuck to our guns. We feel,
Charlotte, you grabbed him by the hand. Mm-hmm. And what did he say when you talked to him?
I wasn't holding his... I didn't have his hand when I was talking to him, but I just explained to him, like I have done since we arrived in New York, if it was his child, he would be doing exactly the same as what we're doing. It's not right.
What did he say when you said that?
He agreed. Yeah. He absolutely agreed. He was very willing to listen. He sat, didn't interrupt me at all. I just explained that, it's just not right. I had questions. Who allowed her to return to the US?
Did you get an answer to that question? What does justice look like ultimately for you?
Ultimately, obviously, we need her to come back to the UK.
That is still our main
That is still our main game. Game's the wrong word. It's still our main aim. She needs to come back.
And you want her to come back, why exactly? Because I'm sure she's listening to you.
She needs to come back and face the justice system. She needs to do this for herself. She needs to do this for us. She needs to do this for her children. Set a good example to her children. She's held her hands up again in a statement this week saying that it was entirely her fault. She made a mistake. Mm-hmm. So stand up to your mistakes. Take ownership of them.
Right. Charlotte, Charles, and Tim Dunn, we thank you again.
Thank you.
Sorry under these circumstances, but really
Thank you
appreciate
for
you coming
talking to us.
to talk to us.